It's the left versus the right. In the right corner, Dominic Carter. In the left corner, it's Anthony Weiner. Now, to the Bernard McGurk Studios, it's a 77 WABC debate. The melee in the metropolis.
Welcome to Left versus Right. Anthony Weiner on the left, Dominic Carter on the right. Dominic, a little bit of a sore throat this weekend for me, so you'll have to carry the show.
But you sounded great last hour.
I appreciate it. But Dominic, look at the bright side. Even if I wanted to, I probably couldn't yell over you today. But that's the good news. All right, I got my hot cup of tea ready. A little bit of news this week. I'm not going to lie. It started out almost as soon as we went off the air. Another assassination attempt on Donald Trump, except it had everything except an assassination attempt. He wasn't shot. He wasn't within view. The guy's not going to be charged with assassination. Much ado about nothing, maybe.
You sound like that's a bad thing, that it wasn't an attempted assassination, and it was an attempted assassination. Anytime, Anthony, that you have some nut job that's been camped out for 12 hours in the bushes, camouflaged, and a Secret Service agent has to notice this individual, open fire. Thank God this woman took pictures. It was an assassination attempt, and bullets were fired. You said there were no bullets fired.
Right, no, not by him, and he hasn't been charged with assassination. But I have a question for you. It's a private golf course. Why are the taxpayers paying to patrol it? How come Donald Trump doesn't have security going around the perimeter of his golf course?
Well, it's a great question, but on the as we all know, law enforcement's responsible for the inside of the course and getting ahead of Trump. But hopefully things will change now. I think they will, where whenever Trump is out there, they'll have a Secret Service agent patrolling the perimeter, and they should. Taxpayers should be. I don't understand your premise, because if something happens to this man, then what?
No, that would be really bad. I'm saying that it seems to me like Donald Trump, who spent all his time playing golf. I mean, for goodness sakes, man, stop playing so much golf.
That's not true. He doesn't spend all his time playing golf.
It seems that way. But we've now seen...
So if Trump spends all his time playing golf, what did Obama do?
Obama didn't play as much golf. I'm sorry, man. No one's ever played as much golf as this guy. We're 50 days before the election. The guy's on the golf course. Here's the thing that I want to... You can go on the internet right now and see videos of Donald Trump playing golf on his own course. So if you can take a picture, you can shoot someone. I don't understand why it took them so long to figure it out. But here's my question. You own a private golf club. Hire some private security. Don't make the taxpayer patrol the outside and the inside 12 hours before. The guy was out there 12 hours. Get a private security guard to walk around the perimeter.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't an issue before until Democrats started attacking Trump unnecessarily, calling him Hitler
that was J.D. Vance who called him Hitler.
No.
Oh, you didn't hear about that? J.D. Vance called him Hitler.
No. J.D. Vance a few years ago
called him Hitler.
Okay,
good. I'm glad we cleared that up.
And then J.D. Vance said that he too was a victim of the mainstream media, and he bought into the horrible, inaccurate things that were said about Trump.
So J.D. Vance, Yale graduate, was convinced by what? MSNBC?
Whoa. Did Biden in ads compare Trump to Hitler? Yes or no?
I don't. If you tell me he did, I believe you. You usually tell the truth to me.
Well,
let me ask you, what about a threat?
I always tell the truth. Yes.
In the middle. Let's not get crazy. We haven't even got to you echoing the lies about Springfield cats.
No, what happened in Springfield is correct.
Oh, really?
What Trump said.
You're hanging in there with that, are you?
And that's why it's a wonderful thing that Trump is going there in the next couple of weeks. There in Aurora, I guess the migrant problem is not an issue in Aurora, Colorado either, right?
Well, frankly, that's been debunked also, but let's stick with cats.
That's been debunked?
It turned out it was a landlord who hired a PR agent to say it was Venezuelan gang members when it really wasn't. Just he didn't want to fix up his property. But let's get back to Springfield. Are you really hanging in there with this? I thought this was going to be, you were going to apologize just like the one person who made the false report was going to apologize.
Trump told the truth. And not just
no one's eating dogs and cats, Dominic. You cannot be hanging in there.
Not just Springfield.
Not just Springfield. It didn't happen in Springfield.
Okay, well,
let's clean that up.
Let me just finish. Look at what's happening in Howard Beach, Queens.
Okay, before we get to Howard Beach, Queens.
Wait. And I'll come right back to Springfield.
Okay, cool.
In Howard Beach, Queens, city officials are now patrolling because their ears are being cut off and goose are being snatched up and killed. That's right here in our backyard.
Yeah, but...
And so you don't believe that that's happening in Springfield? Because
Okay.
I do 1,000%.
Well, it's been debunked.
No,
Everyone in Springfield says it didn't happen, and the one person who reported it that you relied upon, which, by the way, turns out J.D. Vance knew in advance that it didn't happen. He still lied about it.
That's not true. Go ahead.
No, J.D. Vance staff called on the 6th of September. He said it on the 8th of September when he was told it didn't happen. And the one person who wrote the one police report found her cat in her basement. It didn't happen. It's been debunked.
First of all, it's not one police report. There are numerous police reports.
The police chief says it didn't happen. The city manager, the governor. Why are you hanging in there with this? It didn't happen. It's okay to make some other point about immigration.
No. Because I 1,000% know it did happen.
All right.
Because
in that case, let's pause on this because you're the last person in America who still thinks it. So go ahead. Tell us what your evidence is.
My evidence is the police report. Okay, here's my evidence. When a government official comes forward and say it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Who's going to be stupid enough to believe that?
The only person who reported she apologized.
When they have a vested interest.
I heard this last week. But the only person that reported it apologized, and she apologized to a Republican, by the way, who wears a Trump shirt. And the governor said this didn't happen.
Okay, we'll see what happens in the days ahead. We'll see what happens.
You said that last week. How many days ahead do you want for this to turn out to be not true? It hasn't been true since the moment it was said.
Okay, so then if a cat... I know it's not popular to have these types of discussions.
Go ahead.
But if a cat pops up missing, right, and they can't find the cat, and they find the body, or they find parts of a body, right?
Okay. Hypothetically, weeks later, nothing of this has happened. But keep going.
Okay.
The only report.
What do you want to say then?
I'm going to say that we've now had weeks of you saying, wait to see, and we've been waiting. It's now been, you said last week, you said, let's wait and see. I went and listened to it on the way here on my bike.
I didn't say wait to see. I said that there's already been evidence of police reports and 911 calls.
Okay, there have been a lot of 911 calls and a lot of bomb threats as a result of this lie, and that's shameful. There have been 22 different bomb threats in there. And by the way, why are there bomb threats coming into Springfield? They're coming into Springfield because your liar-in-chief kept repeating this racist thing.
We can talk about Springfield all you want.
Okay.
Did Kamala Harris, because you kept saying...
I thought you said we talk about Springfield all we want. I'd like to talk some more about it.
Did Kamala Harris lie at the debate when she said there's no military action anywhere around the world?
There's no one in a... I'm going to give her a 50% right.
Has she been fact-checked by the same network that did the debate?
That's the one you got.
That said
I said
that
33.
She lied.
What did I say last week? 33-1 in lies. That was the one.
No, you didn't say one. You said Trump lied repeatedly.
He did.
She told the truth.
Yeah.
She did not. Did she tell the truth?
I'm going to answer your question. Let's see if you can wait for it. She was being truthful when she said that we are not at war anymore and we were at war under Trump. So he lied when he said that they weren't at war. Are they in places like the Middle East? Every place.
Did she lie, Mr.
Let me finish my answer.
Okay,
I'm giving you the answer.
Go ahead.
That she was being truthful when she said we're not at war anywhere. However, every military person who is in the Middle East is technically in a war zone.
Okay,
so yes, she technically got that wrong. 33-1.
Okay, but last time you said she didn't lie.
I thought I said that she was fact-checked by CNN 33-1. If I left out the one that she said,
first of all, she wasn't fact-checked.
Congratulations. You found the one. Can I do some of the 33 now?
I don't understand what the point is.
I will, because it's asymmetrical fact-checking. This is last week's episode. I don't know why we're going back.
You're the one that's going back. I'm not going back.
Springfield. You're sticking with Springfield in the today on Saturday. That's crazy.
Right. Listen to me, Anthony.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can say, nor anybody else, is going to make me back up on Springfield.
Well, in that case, Dominic, you have to say then, I'm not going to be truthful. I'm going to just spread other people's lies. It's a lie, Dominic.
No, it's not a lie.
And by the way, you know who else said it was a lie? J.D. Vance said it was a lie. He said I have to make up stories to get your attention. He admitted it.
Okay, so I
mean, you can't believe as a former journalist that's cool.
So with I'm not a former anything. Well,
you're an opinion guy now. Okay, as a former news guy.
With 20,000 Haitian Americans there.
Yes, Haitian Americans. Well put.
Excuse me. I'm trying to be politically correct based on what I'm about to say.
They're Haitian Americans. They are. They're here lawfully and legally and working with documentation.
We'll see.
Again, we'll see. And I'm going to. How do I prove this to you?
Because Trump.
Nobody's disputing that part.
Trump on Wednesday in Nassau County.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that massive, beautiful rally that he held?
I saw the poll that came out Thursday that said he's winning. That he's winning Nassau by 1 point, 50-49.
Okay, Anthony,
not great for your guy.
Anthony.
He's not even winning Nassau by a large amount.
Anthony,
I think
Anthony,
it could be. She wins Long Island. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh man, that'd be great.
Is Trump? I'm gonna see how honest you can be. Is Trump?
Don't ask for an opinion. Then it's honesty. I'm going to give you my opinion.
Is Trump being masterful by forcing Democrats?
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You said masterful and Trump in the same sentence.
Right.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me catch my breath.
Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You got it?
Yeah, Trump and masterful.
Okay.
Whew. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Please continue. This is a funny joke. I want to hear where the rest of this joke goes.
See what I want to say.
Funny joke.
I can't say because I don't want to be disrespectful to the vice president.
Keep going with your joke about masterful Trump.
But can the woman spell out a policy, one policy? Did you see the interview?
Finish your question.
Did you see the interview that she did
with
the ABC affiliate and my colleague I used to work with, Brian Taft? Did you see that one?
I missed it. Bring us back. Bring us back.
Oh, you didn't see.
By the way, way to swerve away from Trump on Long Island. Good, good for you, man.
No.
I give you credit.
No.
No.
Wait, let's go
you
back.
see open pothole. You see open manhole covers, and you say, "I'm walking around this bad boy."
No. Let's go back to that.
Okay, please do. You're going to do masterful Trump or something.
Just please listen for a second.
I will.
Is it masterful that Trump comes to Nassau County and he's going to force Democrats to spend money in a blue state because they're going to have to reassure the base here to make sure it turns out that they win in a big, massive victory? Is it masterful that he's getting them to pull some money from possibly a battleground state and spend it here in New York?
You don't understand. When Donald Trump speaks a place, that's money for the Democrats. We're trying to win suburban voters by turning on the bright lights on Trump every time we want. And
that's why there was 60,000 ticket requests.
Have you
for
not
the Nassau
noticed?
County rally
you
on
keep
Wednesday.
complaining why Kamala Harris is not giving more interviews. Every time Donald Trump opened his mouth, he loses votes.
Okay,
so you don't seem to understand that. We are thrilled that he's here. Matter of fact, but
you didn't answer my question.
Yes, I did. I said he's not masterful. He's an idiot. So there's the answer.
Is he making Democrats pull money from other places to reassure the base in New York?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. The answer
yes
is
or no? Yes or no?
Of course not. We love it when Donald Trump comes any place. By the way, you know why Donald Trump was in New York this week?
Why?
Because it was scheduled when he was supposed to be sentenced for his 34 felonies. Okay. So they just kept the date on for the rally. Okay, and I'm glad they did.
Okay, so you don't think he could have easily have changed the date?
No, they kept it on. God bless him. I'm glad. I am thrilled that he's here because our Democrat swing districts don't like him.
But notice you want the whole conversation on left versus right to be about Trump.
No, I'll be honest with you.
Can you talk about Kamala Harris?
You said masterful Trump, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Right, okay.
And our audience is probably only tuning in now. There's probably tears going down their eyes. Masterful Trump.
Okay, all right.
Before we get off the rally, let's talk about some of the things he said.
Right. He said, again, I'm mentioning Kamala Harris.
You mentioned the rally.
But you're still
we done talking about the rally. You're so proud of it.
No. All I'm saying is, do me a favor.
Yes.
Assess her as a real candidate, her liabilities as well, and then we can go back to anything you want.
I think that from everything I've seen, she's doing an amazing job. She's done something I've never seen in political life. She went from a 16, a minus 16.
Wait. You want to laugh? Wait. Did you just say Kamala Harris is doing an amazing job?
You asked me for my assessment.
Did anybody vote for her as the Democratic nominee?
Can I finish my assessment?
Did anybody vote for her as the Democratic nominee?
She was voted.
Did anybody vote for her as a Democratic nominee?
She actually got more votes than Trump did.
She got more votes than Trump did. Anybody in America vote for
she got more votes than Trump. 81 million people fired your guy.
Okay, so no matter...
You aren't going to lose your marbles like he did in the debate, are you?
So no matter what I say about Kamala Harris...
I'm going to rebut it, yes. That's how left versus right works.
You're going to pivot and go to Trump. No matter what I say, it's a referendum on Trump. It's not on your empty suit.
It's a referendum on Trump. I know that's bad, right? No, you don't want that, do you? You don't want it to be a referendum on Trump, do you?
No. I want it to be a fair race. Oh, did you notice that? Did you notice that David Muir's ratings at ABC, who moderated the debate, are terribly down?
I actually read that.
Because the American people know a phony debate when they see it.
Really?
Yes.
So now you've had a few weeks to think about it. How badly did he beat her? Did she beat him? Pretty bad.
How bad? One more time. What was the question?
How badly did she beat him in that debate?
Did Kamala Harris
beat him like a rented mule? I think the expression is.
Did Kamala Harris beat Trump.
Yeah.
One, she didn't win the debate.
Okay, so
Public perception, based on what polling shows,
is wrong.
No. Public perception gave her the edge.
Let's do it again.
She didn't.
Shouldn't he? Why doesn't he have the cojones to do it again? Get back in the ring, man.
Okay, but how about a neutral background? He didn't.
Fine.
He didn't say. Wait a minute. Did he say he won't do it again?
Yes.
Or did he say he won't do
Something
it again?
about a boxer getting up off the bloody in the mouth and saying, I'm out of here. I'm afraid of this woman. I think what he said was, I'm afraid of this woman. I'm never going to do it again.
No. What his exact wording was, he's not going to. His exact wording: there won't be a third debate unless it's on his terms.
No, he didn't.
Now,
say
why?
that.
Why? Yes, he did.
He said, "Why should I do another debate?"
Why would he be a fool and go into a debate like he did on ABC, where it was
because I thought he was a tough guy. I thought he was so tough.
Excuse me, where it was 3 against 1.
He said anytime, anywhere. I guess he changed his mind.
Okay. So what about Anthony? So why won't she come to Fox News?
Well, maybe she will. He said anytime, anywhere, and now it's I'm not going to debate again.
No.
You know why it's not going to debate again? He got crushed.
No, he didn't get crushed. And okay, let's play you a little silly game that he got crushed. Then how come?
I don't want to go back to the debate. We did it last week.
Okay.
It was embarrassing.
Okay.
It was embarrassing.
So what do you want to talk about?
I want to. You said you want to do the entire.
And I noticed you didn't give. I noticed you still didn't give the liability.
You interrupted me.
Okay. I know because you're going to go on for 18 minutes about how.
Well, then
great
don't
she
ask me
is.
a question if you don't want the answer.
Okay, so then tell me her liability.
Okay, first let me do my assessment. Let me do my fulsome assessment. Okay, my fulsome assessment is she's been an excellent candidate. She's won the debate.
All right, okay.
She's raised a ton of money. She's unified the party.
Okay,
and her strategy has been to be quiet and let Donald Trump be the race.
Okay, now what are her liabilities?
Her liability: she's not as good as I am in debates. I'm better than her. Her liabilities are she is a woman. It's hard to get elected as a woman in the United States of America. Her liabilities are there's a heavy racist streak in this country that will not vote for a black person. She's got that going against her. So her liabilities are...
So there's no personal liabilities on her part.
What are you personal? I'm describing things about her candidacy.
You're describing things that's out of her control. I'm talking about her.
You should
as
never
a
hold
candidate.
something. So you agree you shouldn't hold something against her that's out of her control, right?
No.
You shouldn't call her.
I'm talking about. Okay, so can you tell me?
Yeah. I mean, so far, Dominic,
I'll be even more direct.
She hasn't had a bad day on the campaign, has she?
She's had many bad days.
Okay.
I'll be even more direct.
Go ahead.
Why won't she spell out in interview settings her policies? With Brian Taft, he asked her for specifics about dealing with the economy to make things more affordable, and she literally said there are people that love their lawns.
Yeah, I want to tell you something. Listen,
said.
I am fine. I think it's a legitimate complaint that she should do certain types of. Now, as it's turned out, she's doing plenty of interviews, just not in the big media place. She's doing a lot of smaller interviews.
Like what?
I think
like
that's
what?
a fair. A lot of ethnic places. This story in the New York Times, I didn't recognize most of the places.
Oh, so sitting down with black journalists, and that's supposed to be objective? Smaller platforms.
You're saying black reporters can't be objective?
No, what I'm saying to you is that it's almost like what Bill Clinton did. Bill Clinton got
elected twice. Yes,
Bill
exactly
Clinton
like that.
Knew he had a tremendous base in the black community. So in the primary, when Bill Clinton would come to town, when he was a candidate, he would meet with black reporters.
Congratulations, you've discovered politics.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now...
Just like some guys go to Long Island and do it in front of Republicans, rally in front of Republicans and antagonize Democrats.
Okay, but all she ever does is go before friendly audiences and says nothing.
Okay, but...
Does it not scare you that she may not have any substance?
It doesn't scare me. It is a tactical decision. You've mentioned how good a candidate she's been. I think that's a smart thing.
Every time she opens her mouth, it's word salad.
It doesn't...
You know it, and I
didn't hear word salad in that debate from the Democrat. I didn't hear that in the debate from the Democrat. And you keep saying...
Because maybe she had the questions. You ever consider that?
Okay, conspiracy.
Maybe she had the questions.
All right, but you think she did?
Maybe those earrings were special. I don't know.
You think it was a big surprise? She was asked about immigration.
Oh
boy, that really caught us by surprise.
Here's what I think.
Yeah,
I think the Kamala Harris that we saw in that debate stage, lined up against the Kamala Harris that we saw in the one-on-one interview with the ABC affiliate in Philadelphia, are 180-degree turns, two different people. So how do you sound so good on a debate stage and just 2-3 days later you completely fall apart?
I guess you had the questions, Dominic.
In a one-on-one interview.
I guess you had the questions. You've cracked the case. And we'll be right back on Left versus Right.
It's the left versus the right Now, to the Bernard McGurk Studios, it's a 77 WABC debate. The melee in the metropolis. 77 WABC.
So welcome back to Left versus Right. Anthony Weiner on the left, Dominic Carter on your right. If you miss any part of the show, it's available as a podcast. Get Dominic's program at 3 o'clock Eastern Time and at midnight Eastern Time. Also, my program, which you just heard, all available as podcasts, and the entire lineup of WABC products are available as podcasts. So I'm going to give you the first three things. We touched on all of them briefly to give you a chance to see if you want to add anything else. Assassination, the rally in New York, Springfield Cats. Anything more you want to add on any of those three subjects?
Yeah, I'm a bit offended on the assassination topic that you basically said much ado about nothing.
Trying to spice it up a little bit. Yes.
No. I mean, but come on.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. First of all, the president was never in the line of sight. Right? That's now been established. And there was not a single shot fired by the guy. And he's not being charged with assassination, so the most he'll do in prison is about 5 years for having a... And this is a guy that was arrested for barricading himself in with a submachine gun in a previous life, publishing literal books saying he wants to assassinate people, and supporting Vivek Ramaswamy and Nikki Haley. So he's obviously a head case. I get the problems with the Secret Service, and we've got to bolster them, whatever they had. But this is a man, Donald Trump, who spends all his time golfing. He's responsible for providing...
He spends all his time golfing.
Correct. He spent... And everything about it is hire your own security. I shouldn't have to protect your golf club.
Anthony, come on. Come on, Anthony.
So there it is.
Come on. But at least... You're not.
Did I say anything that wasn't factually correct right there? It's true. The guy never shared the assassin.
You said a few things that were not factually correct.
Okay, go ahead.
You said Trump spends all his time playing golf.
All right, that's not. Of course, all his time I was being apocryphal. He's not all his time, because sometimes he has to shove cheeseburgers in his mouth, and sometimes he has to come up with Do you see he started a cryptocurrency company? Is there any grift this guy won't do?
Okay, can you explain this to me, because maybe it'll help?
Sure. That's what I'm here for, Dominic.
Thank you. What is the personal gripe that you have with Trump? See, you got a sore throat and you just spilled a little bit of tea, just a little bit.
What is my?
But
it's
you
not.
still look like $1 million.
Thank you.
What is this personal gripe that you have with Trump? Let's get it out in the open now.
It's not personal. It's not personal.
Okay.
I believe that when you are an elected official, particularly a president, to try to tear up our democracy by stopping the free transfer of government insurrection is a huge thing in my mind. Call me crazy. It's a big problem. Taking away a woman's right to choose is a huge thing. I take these things personally.
All you're doing is Democratic talking points, Anthony.
No, the guy he's the only president that's ever been impeached twice.
And was he removed from office?
Yes, by the American people. He was fired by 81 million people.
No.
He was removed.
You just said that he was impeached twice.
Right.
With the legislative process, was he removed from office?
The Senate
was he removed from office?
He was removed by the American people.
Was he removed from office?
By the American people, yes. By the Senate.
Was he removed from office with the legislative process?
I can't answer fast enough.
Because you're not being
I am. You're just not giving me credit.
Anthony,
I'm going to try to do it really fast this time.
With Congress.
I'm going to do it really fast.
Congress. Was he removed from office?
He was removed by the American people, but not by the Senate. Oh, I got it out that time. Thank you, Dominic.
So
you gave me 4 seconds to get an answer out. Are you okay? Are you all right giving me 4 seconds?
So he wasn't removed from office.
He was fired by the American people, but not by the Senate. You did it again, Dominic. Are you okay? Did you have a stroke there for a minute?
No.
He was he was fired by the American people. Yeah, insurrection's a big deal to me. I don't know. Call me crazy. It's not a big deal to you?
Okay, and it's not a big deal to
Election denial is a big deal to me. He did it at Long Island the other day. You think that helps him with swing voters?
See, here we go. Trump all the time.
You asked me about my views on Trump. No, she's never done that.
Okay.
Never.
Right.
She never was impeached.
Right. I'm asking
she never tried to overrule the right of people.
I'm asking you this question. How'd she get her start in politics?
She got her start. Oh, we're going back to misogyny.
Right.
Was that working for you?
How did she?
I'm wondering.
How did she get her start in politics?
By the way, can she?
Can you answer that? How did she get her start in politics?
What are you going to do next? She can't read if she's not read. She's not going to read off a teleprompter, and she's not going to do an interview at CNN. She's done all those too.
What role did Willie Brown play in her life?
Willie Brown was a mentor.
Oh, that's what you call it? A mentor?
That's what Willie Brown calls it.
Okay, so
that's what she calls it. What do you call it?
So putting her on a medical board.
Why didn't you?
With no experience, almost a 6-figure job, meeting twice a month, and that's legitimate to you?
I will bite. Who's been a more qualified candidate for president in American history? I'll bite. Go ahead. Name a person.
Than her?
Yeah. Name a person.
Just about every other candidate.
Name one. Let's name one, and we'll put them side by side. Look, it's a good exercise.
Trump.
Okay, let's do Trump. Trump had 0 experience in government. Trump had failed, had 6 bankruptcies. Trump was given $400 million.
Time out. Stop hating on Trump. Stop being jealous.
We're comparing candidates.
No, stop being
jealous. How can I compare candidates?
Of what a small advantage his dad gave him.
Hold on, we're comparing.
And Trump
$463 million.
And Trump.
Wait a minute.
That's what parents do for their kids if they have the means.
Is that what happened with you?
Well, my parents didn't have the means.
Nor did mine. And you became successful without it, right?
Right.
Do you think he had an advantage? Do you think?
I think that he took a relatively small amount.
$463 million?
Okay, let me finish. I think he took a relatively small amount like this.
How much?
Like a small amount.
How much? Give a number now that we know it.
Whatever the figure may be.
$463 million.
And built it into billions.
Bankruptcy.
Now.
Bankruptcies. He had a failed casino. He's had failed buildings. He's committed fraud on his filings.
You know damn well Kamala Harris is not even qualified to be in the U.S. Senate.
Hold on a second.
And she was only elected to the Senate. What about what she did to that black woman?
In the most populous...
under truancy.
We're doing side by side or not?
Truancy.
Are we doing side by side or not?
Can you talk about that, please?
Well, yeah, we're doing side...
How she was prosecuting...
Let me catch up.
Okay, how she was prosecuting parents.
Dominic, let me catch up.
Go ahead.
Let me catch up. So that's one side. The other side is lawyer, district attorney, attorney general, senator, vice president. Very qualified. Next, who else is more qualified? Now that I've debunked that one.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton is a tough call. Hillary Clinton was senator. She was senator. Hillary Clinton, secretary of state. She was vice president. It's close. It's close. I agree. Hillary Clinton's more qualified. More qualified. All right, give me another one.
Okay, so now.
Okay.
There are videos.
Well, we're changing the subject from qualifications.
There are videos.
Good call.
Where people at an event with Willie Brown, who was then the mayor of San Francisco, walk up and literally ask Kamala Harris, "Are you his daughter?" So let's see if you can be honest. How did she get her start in politics?
She dated somebody.
At least you finally admitting that.
And Trump raped somebody.
Oh, come on, man. First of all,
you want to go into personal lives? I'm with you.
First of all, Trump,
do you want to go into personal lives? I'm with you.
Trump is not convicted of raping.
He was found liable. He was found liable for behavior that he tried to sue the woman for saying it was rape, and the judge said effectively this is rape and threw him out of court.
Right. Now this is Judge Merchan, right?
No, this is the judge. It was the judge in the E. Jean Carroll case, whose name escapes me at the moment. Right, so yes, so he was guilty of rape. Do you want to keep going down this path?
Yeah, I do.
Personal relations. Oh, good.
I do.
What about the 25 other women who have accused Trump of sexual misconduct?
You know why I want to keep going?
What about the idea of starting a relationship with Melania when he still was married to the other woman? What about having a relationship with a porn star while his wife is pregnant? Do you really want to go down this path, Dominic?
First of all,
I'm
not in the bed between Trump and Melania.
Oh, but apparently you are in the bed of Harris and what's his name?
It's a big difference. She used her personal relationship with the mayor, and let's face it, Willie Brown ran California.
Let's face it, your guy raped somebody. Okay. No, let's face personal relationships.
Okay,
you want to be in here?
Based on what?
Based on the decision.
Somebody based on what?
On the accusations of a woman that were found to be true. Come on,
that's E. Jean Carroll.
Let's keep doing. Okay, go back to Willie Brown. I got more of them. Go back to Willie Brown.
Let's go back to Willie Brown.
Please.
So how did she get her start?
What about the 25 women? What about going into a Miss Teen USA?
How did she get her start?
Going into a Miss Teen USA contest and ogling at the girls.
Stop hating on Trump.
What about sleeping at a pet?
How did Kamala Harris get her start?
You do Harris. I'm going to do Trump.
Kamala Harris get her start.
What about?
Why won't you just?
What about sleeping with a porn star?
Okay, that's what you say. Were you there?
I don't know. Of course.
Were you there?
No, but the witnesses were.
Were you in the bedroom with
witnesses? Well, you weren't. You weren't anywhere with Kamala Harris and Willie Brown.
Well, Willie Brown.
If you want to do this, Dominic,
Willie Brown hasn't denied it.
It's weak.
Willie Brown hasn't denied it.
Denied what?
Hasn't denied the relationship, the sexual relationship, and the favors that he did for her. That's how she got her start in politics.
Okay.
And the only reason why she was elected to the Senate is because Obama came to town and he said, that's a good-looking woman.
Let's compare and contrast then, shall we?
Did I say something that's not true?
Let's compare and contrast.
Did I say something that's not true?
Let's compare and contrast the two candidates.
Can you please answer my question?
Let's compare. I don't know anything that Obama thinks sounds like a lie.
Okay. You're good at when we're done.
So you can stop right there.
You go do research and do
that's right.
notes. So
kind of like Springfield.
So why don't you do your research on Obama?
How about this?
Delivering a speech. Let me finish.
Your candidate's a rapist, Dominic.
And saying that's a good-looking
Your candidate is a rapist.
First of all,
do you see a difference?
That is, you're defaming his character.
No. I am not. That's the whole point. He tried to say that was defamation, and the judge threw him out of court saying what you did was effectively rape.
You're defaming his character.
Sue me then.
And by the way,
sue me. He's a rapist.
Sue
by
the way, okay. By
he
the
won't.
Way,
by the way, I wish he would.
By the way, Judge Merchant, right? Oh, convicted felon.
No.
Wait.
You wanted to do personal lives. You're stuck with it now.
Convicted.
What about sleeping with a porn star while his wife was pregnant?
He won't be sentenced until after the election.
Sleeping with a porn star.
What does that tell you, Mr. Weiner?
He's a convicted felon.
Mr. Weiner, what does that tell you?
It tells you that apparently you don't think that the courts are rigged against him anymore. Is that right?
No. Can you?
Are they rigged or not? Are they rigged or not?
Can you?
This is Donald Trump trying to figure it out. I don't know.
Can you answer? So if he's such a bad person,
a rapist, yes, a rapist is a bad person.
Why did Judge Merchant put off sentencing him until after the election?
Because Donald Trump cried like a baby.
Oh, because he cried like a baby, and then you're going to tell me that you don't have a personal dislike of this man.
I do.
This is personal.
Anyone who rapes a woman and tries to overturn our democracy.
First of all, he didn't rape anybody. Second of all,
why are you saying that? Oh, hold on. What do you just said you were not in their bedroom. So how do you know?
I'm not.
All we have is a court to go by.
Right.
So if someone's found guilty of rape, you say let them go?
You're referring to E. Jean Carroll. Right?
Yes. That's the one rapist. That's the one rape we know about.
So no, because I want to make sure I got my facts.
No, you're right. The porn star didn't say she was raped.
Okay.
She said it was consensual.
Okay.
You're right. His wife was pregnant at the time. That's scum.
Oh.
His wife was pregnant at the time. However, no, that was not rape.
So
your guy the only rape that he's been found guilty of was the 24 other women who brought actions against him.
He hasn't been found guilty of rape.
Libel. Found liable for the crime.
So, Mr. Weiner, if all these things are so true...
What do you mean so true? They're true or they're not?
Okay,
truth is.
Okay, wait a minute. If all these things are true...
And you know they are because you're a reporter.
Why is he running neck and neck in this race and winning in some battleground states? If all these things are so true,
some people don't care that he's a rapist.
And so...
Are you one of them?
The same cannot be applied to some people.
Are you one of them, by the way? You must be troubled by this.
Can the same be applied that you have a candidate with no substance?
No substance and rapist are very different things.
Okay,
one is traditional politics.
How about what she did to that black woman?
Black woman? I don't know that black woman.
Over school attendance as state attorney general. What about that?
Yeah, it's controversial. She's tough on crime, no doubt about it.
Right. Throwing a fellow black woman in jail.
Are you soft on crime, Dominic?
On jail.
Look at you, suddenly you're concerned.
The woman's daughter had sickle cell anemia, which you
so she's too tough on crime. Maybe she is. Say that louder. She's too tough on crime.
Okay, it's wrong what she did to that woman.
She's too tough.
That woman lost everything.
It was too tough on the criminal, right?
Do you think she would give a fine whatever about the Central Park 5 if she couldn't manipulate it for political
I'm with
gain?
you. She's very tough on crime. You're exactly right, Dominic.
No. I just want you to acknowledge how she got her start.
I acknowledge she was very tough on crime in San Francisco. You're opposed to that now. I get it. I get it. I get it. Good for you, Dominic.
Sending men to jail for
this isn't working.
Marijuana sales.
It's not working.
And then she goes on with a New York rap station and laughs about the fact that she
Hey, Dominic, I know. You're very soft on crime. I get it. I get it. She's tough on crime. I'm tough on crime. That's why she's going to be a good president.
No, I
thought last week you were saying too soft on crime. Someone paying for bail or whatnot. Now she's too tough on crime.
I just take great exception that you're referring to Trump as a racist, as a rapist.
A rapist.
And a
racist. And a racist. Yeah, I'm doing that too.
And I feel bad for you doing that. But what's the next topic?
Let's do the Trump is a racist part.
No, can we do the next topic?
It is Springfield.
No, that's not that. I thought we already discussed Springfield.
I know, but you did Trump as a racist accidentally there. I want to get to it.
Yeah, but no. All you want to do is attack Trump.
Yes.
You don't want to do left versus right.
Yes, I do.
For some personal reason, you want
81 million people.
Trump.
He's one of the most reviled politicians in the world. What are you talking about? I'm not alone.
You don't want to accurately assess the presidential race. All you want to do, you do not.
I think I do.
All you want to do,
I do it from a left perspective.
All you do is sit up here every week and attack Trump
Yeah.
on anything and everything.
He does give us a lot to attack.
You call the man.
Let's talk about his issue proposals. Can we do those?
Can we? What else is on? Okay, I'll look at the list since you refuse to go at the list. Teamsters don't endorse.
Oh, my God.
Let's talk about
Let's
that.
talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
Set it up for us.
Yeah.
Set it up.
Okay.
Set it
So
up.
the Teamsters Union, which has endorsed every Democrat
Since
going
forever.
back, right, forever, and Biden in the last election says no go. We're not endorsing Kamala. We're not endorsing Trump, but yet they released their internal polling that shows Trump with almost 60% of vote of supports from the membership. Talk about that.
Here goes. So yeah, they one of the most pro-union administrations that there's ever been. Their pensions were protected with in a dramatic way by this administration, and so now the National is not endorsing them. And what's happened in the last 48 hours? Every major local of the Teamsters endorsed them.
Okay.
So much to do about nothing.
Okay.
But it is good news, right? You'd rather have the endorsement than not have the endorsement. And I predict that the head of the Teamsters won't survive this. It looks terrible.
Okay, so can you react to the fact, without telling me what the locals did, can you react to the fact that the Teamsters that go Democratic did not in this race? You just totally
did.
No, you totally avoided what I said.
No, I'll answer the. I have no choice but to answer it the same. Is that this union, which has been very helped by this administration, most pro-labor administration in years.
You wasting
Dominic,
time.
I'm sorry. It's not a waste of time when I'm talking. The dial groups for these ratings go through the roof because people love to hear me talk.
Okay. I need you to react. Go ahead. We got to take a break. So
Go ahead.
You need something to save you?
Get the last word.
No. Because I'm going to come back to it.
I answered the question. You just want me to answer it again. Fair enough. Dominic's going to come back to get me to repeat my answer right after this.
It's the left versus the right. It's a 77 WABC debate. The melee in the metropolis. 77 WABC.
Welcome back to Left versus Right. Anthony Weiner on the left, Dominic Carter on the right. I never like getting the last word. Dominic, I interrupted you at the end. You wanted to repeat your question about the Teamsters.
So I asked you about the fact that the Teamsters dissed Kamala Harris, and you're telling me what this administration delivered over the last 4 years.
I'm saying something nice about them.
I want you to react to the fact that they did not go with her. And what does that tell you?
It tells me that the leader of the union has a lot of Trump supporters in his union, but all the locals, which are the important things.
You're still going back to the locals.
Can
you just
why can't I say
answer the question without spinning?
Dominic, why can't I answer?
Because all you're trying to do is spin
I want to answer
a
the
Kamala
question.
Positive response.
Yes.
Answer
Anthony Weiner, I get to
answer the question straight up. I don't spin.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
So can you please... I want you to explain.
All right, go ahead. Answer yes/no questions. I'll try.
No. It's not.
Why can't I talk? I don't understand it.
No, you can talk.
Thank you.
But I don't want you to just give me spin. I want you to tell me to explain why they didn't go with her.
Because they have a lot of Trump supporters in their union. What do you mean?
And is this a major blow to her campaign?
No. Do you want me to tell you why?
Oh, because all the locals endorsed her, and it counteracts what the National did.
Yeah, good.
Anthony
I don't know whose voice you're doing now.
Anthony Weiner. I might as well be sitting here with Kamala Harris.
I know all your lame answers too, but we still have to do them.
But if I was here with the vice president, I don't think she could handle it. So maybe
because she can only work off a teleprompter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did she beat you out like a rented mule at the debate then?
She didn't. Mm-hmm. And you know I'm not a conspiracy person.
You are. You literally just gave us a conspiracy earlier in the show.
Kamala Harris.
You are a conspiracy person.
Kamala Harris
you have a fake cat being eaten. You've got a fake script.
The Kamala Harris at the debate was not the Kamala Harris of the word salad.
Wait a minute.
A few days later,
I forget. You were the one that thought he was on drugs when Biden gave the good State of the Union. You said he was on some kind of drugs.
No, I didn't.
You do nothing but conspiracy because you're a right-wing Trump lunatic.
Here we go.
All right. Let's go to the next thing. Are you done with Teamsters?
Notice he did not answer the Teamsters question.
Ask it again.
I just want people on YouTube.
What do you mean didn't answer it?
Listening on the radio to know that, as usual, Weiner ducked, bobbed, weaved.
I didn't. I gave you the answer. I gave you
So what's the next topic?
First
not
of
going
all,
to answer it. What's the next
hold on a second.
Okay.
If you're going to look at the camera and say something not true, I have to check you on it.
Really?
Yeah, you
have to.
asked me twice, and twice I gave you the answer.
No.
There are a lot of the leader is in trouble in that union.
go.
There's a lot of Trump supporters in the union,
Notice
but it
you
doesn't
said
matter.
anything but Kamala. Anything but Kamala.
She didn't lose it because of anything Kamala did.
She lost it because they know she's an empty suit. Come on.
No, these are just the Teamsters have been Trump people forever.
All right, what's the next topic?
But don't accuse me of not answering the question. I answered it thrice.
But you didn't answer it once.
Gosh, I don't know I don't want to come after thrice, or I would do it.
Wait, what's the third? What's the
all right, the next one is one. I mean, you're usually on the side of the terrorists, so maybe this isn't a good one. I'm just kidding. This is one we're probably going to agree upon. Israel does this hit on Hezbollah fighters that it's like something out of a movie. They somehow open up a pager company, convince Hezbollah to buy all their pagers from them. I bet you didn't even realize that pagers were still in use. Nasrallah, the head of Hezbollah, said we can't use cell phones anymore because now Israeli technology can listen to our cell phones. Long story short, they all start blowing up in the pockets of Hezbollah fighters all over the country. And then 2 days later, walkie-talkies start blowing up. Now, some people have said this is outrageous, indiscriminate violence. What do you say?
One of the best days of my life.
Pretty cool, right?
One of the best days of my life. Blow up more.
But here's the thing, though. It seems like
Israel blow up more.
It seems that they were going to do this as part of an offensive against Hezbollah, but they had to do it sooner because word was starting to get out or something. I got to tell you something. This has me a little bit worried. That this technology, we're not experts in these kinds of things.
No.
That you can make a cell phone blow up in your pocket and blow your leg off?
Well, I don't mean to be this graphic, but the only thing that I wish different would have happened if it were the cell phones instead of the walkie-talkies, let it happen right next to their face.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it is a pretty crazy story. It probably is the beginning now.
But what's your take? You asked.
I think it's pretty. I am forever underwhelmed. Israel has been criticized for underwhelming security things that led up to October 7th. This is like something right out of a movie that they set this thing up. It's very impressive. You wonder, though, if it means that the next thing they do, Israel, is they start an incursion into northern Lebanon.
Right, but notice I gave a direct answer, approving overwhelmingly of what Israel did, and you haven't.
Well, I don't have any problem with blowing up Hezbollah fighters. I'm just saying I'm trying to think what this all means going forward. I think it probably means that Israel is getting ready to open up a front on the northern front, which would be a lot. Then you're fighting Hezbollah on the north. They obviously think they're almost done fighting Hamas to the south. That's going to mean that this thing gets really hairy.
Agreed.
Hezbollah, and by the way, the Israelis also blew up an arms depot. The arms that come there, generally for all of your Soviet-loving candidate for president, those are Soviet armaments that are coming to Nasrallah, to Hezbollah.
Now you see, you just couldn't have the conversation without.
I just want to point out,
without digging at
I want to point out that your candidate supports Russia.
So she goes and
supports Ukraine. Keep going.
She goes and meets with Zelensky. You say to warn him,
right?
And 3 days later, it all starts.
Correct.
Which means she has no juice, no power. Kamala Harris,
warn
nothing. Nothing. She has nothing.
United States,
but she's got a pretty smile.
Well, wait a minute. Well,
she's got great looks.
More misogyny.
I'll give her that much.
Yes, she's an attractive person. And your guy's ugly. Your guy's ugly and painted with orange. What's with that orange paint he wears?
I think any reasonable person would say Trump is a good-looking 78-year-old man. A good-looking 78-year-old man.
That's twice.
Trump is a good-looking 78-year-old man.
He is obese.
Okay.
He's got an inch of orange makeup on his face that he's got hair that's something out of a chia pet. What in heaven's name?
Trump.
Oh, my God. You with the jokes today. With the jokes.
Trump. Okay.
I need a little bit of a hand sign when you're going to do one of your jokes. That's twice you snuck up on me.
So, Kamala Harris,
yes.
What does she have?
She has a support for Ukraine, not Russia. What does your guy have? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
And that's why
I didn't hear you.
And that's why
because I didn't hear the answer in the debate.
And that's why the attack and the bombing started 3 days after she left. Right.
3 days after she left.
Yeah, after she met.
No, she was sent to look. Emissaries from the United States.
And I haven't even mentioned the southern border. I haven't even opened that can of worms.
The southern border of Ukraine?
The southern border of the
Let's do that next. Let's do that next. Let's finish Russia-Ukraine first.
What else
you promised me I was going to get an answer on Russia-Ukraine one of these days. Have you been thinking that for 4 weeks? Am I going to get that answer soon?
I don't know what there is you expect for me to say.
Does the President Trump support Russia or Ukraine?
That's up to him.
I know, but he's your candidate. It's the single biggest foreign policy thing. What do you think?
That's up to him. I'm not going.
He's your candidate. You're voting for him. Well, how about this? I'll make it easier.
I'll tell you if you let me speak.
What is your position? Whose side are you on?
Okay, let me just finish this, please.
Yeah.
All my faith in handling this is on Trump.
Okay.
Wait, but let me finish on Russia and Ukraine. If he doesn't feel the need to show his hand, I support that.
Okay, what about you?
Because I know, I'm telling you that's how I feel.
No, what side are you on in Russia, Ukraine? You, Dominic Carter.
I'm on Ukraine's side, but I do have.
I do it.
Wait, let me finish.
I knew you were a phony.
Finish.
You believe your president's a sellout to Putin.
No, that's not what I said.
Welcome aboard. You want to sit here for a little while?
Anthony,
with me and Kamala?
Anthony. I'm not the future president of the United States.
You got as good a chance as Trump does.
Trump is not willing to do what Biden did.
That's exactly right. Stand up to Putin. Biden got on that. Finally, you said it. He doesn't have the balls to do what Biden has done. Exactly.
Can I say something
This has been by the way, you should do both sides today.
Biden got on that debate stage with Trump and sent a message to migrants before he took office that the moment he took office that the gates would be open to come to America. And that's exactly what happened. Trump is not willing to make that same mistake.
I want to make sure I understand what you're referring to. You're referring to when Trump said to the Proud Boys, "Stand by and stand down and stand by."
I'm talking about.
Were you talking about the time that Putin that he said to Putin, "Please, I want you to spy on Hillary Clinton"?
Okay, I'm talking.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the time that
I said I was talking about Biden.
How about the time that he was impeached?
I was talking about Biden at the debate.
No.
I said I was talking about Biden.
You said your candidate's wrong on Ukraine.
I didn't say the candidate was wrong. You asked.
You're right, by the way, and I'm proud of you, pal.
You asked me what was my personal opinion.
Welcome aboard.
You asked me, right, what was my personal opinion.
Right.
You asked
because
me
you're a smart man.
You asked me what was Trump's opinion, right? And I said Trump has to negotiate this in a few short weeks as the president-elect.
No, he said he would do it in one day. What do you think that means?
Well, he's got to take office first.
He actually didn't say that. He says, I'm going to do that as president-elect. What an idiot.
Let's stop talking about... You're calling Trump an idiot.
Oh, yes. Can I continue?
But not Kamala Harris.
No, I'm calling Trump an idiot.
Not Kamala Harris.
Donald Trump said in the debate he could negotiate it while he was still president-elect.
I'm sick of this Trump
I'm not allowed to say that. I just want to apologize for that reference. You're not supposed to say that anymore.
Trump syndrome that you have, you won't discuss anything else except for sitting up here.
He's America's opponent.
After week after week.
He's a Putin shill. He's an anti-American Putin shill.
So says Anthony Weiner.
That's
what
right.
else are we talking about?
That's part of my thing.
What else are we talking about?
Well, the one final thing is a New York issue, which our national audience might not be aware of. A terrible situation happened the other day. A fair, someone jumped the fair on Sutter Avenue, which is on the L train. Police tried to make him stop, and it turned into a violent exchange. They tried to tase the guy. That failed. He took out a knife. A lot of this we're trying to piece together still. But the net is they started firing at the guy, shot him in the stomach. A police officer was grazed, and a civilian on the next car was hit in the head and is in critical condition as we speak. And this has started this big conversation because some people have said, wait a minute, someone got shot over a $2.90 fare, and the police on the other side say, listen, our job is to make sure the rules get followed. But when you're in the subways, it used to be we had a specific transit bureau because guys had to figure out how to navigate. I don't know there's a good answer to this question, but it's very controversial here in New York, even this weekend. Do you have any views on what should or should not have happened? I mean, sometimes this is just one of those things that, unfortunately, law enforcement is messy. But I should tell for our national viewers, $700 million in 2022, people who jumped the turnstile, that's money we need in the subway, so they've been ramping up this enforcement. Big setup. I don't know if there's much to argue about, but do you have anything?
First of all, the suspect with a knife was only a few feet away from the officers. They had to take action. They had no other choice. Number two, we hope that the innocent bystander is going to be okay. We hope and pray for his road to recovery to do better when he had nothing to do with this. The NYPD must, emphasis on do something with the fare beating. It's broken windows theory. If you don't focus on the minor things, the problems get a million times worse. That's what we're looking at right now. So, for example, I know they have a First Amendment right to do so, and the police don't enforce this. But you have these nuts that are looking to make money, and they get on the platforms or the upper level with these loud boom boxes, dancing, singing, break dancing in the subway cars. This has to stop. It has to stop. And it's because of you and your progressives.
The dancing that we like dancing?
All of it. Tolerating this nonsense.
I think the dancing is less of a problem of criminals.
What about the loud guys singing? You can't hear yourself. That's okay?
I'm torn on this one. We do have some places in the system where people they're given permits to actually perform their amplified music. I'm not crazy about it. To me, in the hierarchy of problems, people singing and dancing, less of a problem than people fair jumping, carrying knives, and committing crimes, things like that. So I just think it's a matter of priorities. Look, here's the problem that we have, is that when you have guns being fired by police officers in a confined space, the fact that someone got hit in the head is not that much of a surprise. I don't know what the alternative is. They've also tried to run the subway system to just have private security guards, basically standing.
That's a joke. But see, the point is...
cheaper, and those cops then are left to do other things.
But the point is, this hero Marine, whose manslaughter trial is coming up, if progressives didn't tolerate this stuff and make it possible, that Marine would not be in the battle of his life. And now the district attorney doesn't want Mr. Neely's psychiatric records or the fact of his drug abuse history.
This is the victim.
This is the guy that was choked out.
Right, the guy that's killed.
Right, but I don't know if I would say victim, because I don't see him as a victim.
I understand, but in the parlance of this court case, he's the victim. Got it.
Right.
Okay. So you're saying that the prosecutors don't want his
psychiatric record introduced at trial or his past drug abuse.
Well, a judge will sort that. I trust the criminal justice system. I trust the witnesses. I trust whatever. I'm not going to do it based on what I read in the New York Post. I think that justice will be done.
Wait. Why has it got to be about the New York Post?
Because I'm just saying I don't base. I'm not.
What is this thing you got with the New York Post?
Well,
you hate the Post.
And it's mutual. they hate me too. No, what I'm saying is that I find we very often draw conclusions about criminal cases based on what we read in the newspaper, and then there's a trial with an adversarial system, and we find out that people like Donald Trump were guilty of 34 felonies.
Are you serious?
Zinged you there at the end.
No,
you got the last word. We have 55 seconds. Get your last word in.
The last word is that you know that I like you. I've always liked you. You're a good guy.
Thank you, pal.
At the end of the day, your politics, man, something, a screw is loose up there, because you've got this thing with Trump. You've got this.
I'm not the only one. The guys, he's one of the least liked political figures in American history.
Kamala Harris. By
the way, she's net positive in likability now.
Kamala Harris.
Never seen anything like that.
Look at me. I don't have anything to say, but look at me. I'm so pretty.
You don't want to end on misogyny and sexism, do you?
I'm so pretty.
You want to end on sexism and misogyny?
Pretty.
I'm so orange.
I'm Kamala Harris.
I'm so orange and adult.
Look at me. I'm so pretty. Don't ask me a question.
Thank you very much for joining us on Left versus Right.
Vinny!
Stay tuned for Vinny Medino, and we'll see you next week if we're still alive.